What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and we're here today to discuss the chapter 264 Black Clover leaks and spoilers. We have the fan translations here, and wow, we're gonna definitely do a video when we get the official one, but from this, there's been a lot of things that have been confirmed in this chapter. Um, One of the main things is if everything is confirmed, we now know the both of the magics types of all three of the Dark Triad members. And so, the chapter starts with the continuation of Nox's plan, and this chapter is called The Best Attitude. And so it goes in with Nox saying, with my magic, we can infiltrate the inner part of the kingdom without getting caught, and we'll strike the Dark Triad and defeat them one by one. And so he goes on to a screen that has all three members, and it has Dante with gravity and body magic. It has Vonica with curse and blood magic, and you have Xena with spatule and bone magic. And so that is the, if this is all correct, then those are the two magical attributes of all three of the Dark Triad. And Yuno has this freaking face and it shows Xenon, and he's just, and Doc's just like, but with my magic I can't take a lot of people. We need to choose a person who has the highest possibility to defeat them. And Jack's all like, it's obvious, it should be the captains. And then Yuno stands up and says, bring me with you. Yuno's just all like, I know I'm shameless, but please, I beg you. And Jack's just all like, there's no chance of sending a person who's already lost once. And Fergolian, kind of just all like, I understand, but hey, we need people who are capable to be here in the kingdom as well. And then Asta's just like, and then Nox just like, I like to ask you something. And this is what's crazy. Nox says there is a resistance going on with the Dark Triad and the Spade Kingdom, and a few days ago one of them came to the Clover Kingdom secretly. You're protecting him now, right? And what's your real identity? And Jack's just like, what? And Asta's like, huh? Now remember, Ralph came through. This is all within the matter of a couple of days. And what's interesting is that Nox knows that information. And so, in front of all the captains, and you see Charlotte kind of give the side eye, says, I guess I am a prince of the Spade Kingdom. And everyone's just all like, what? And even, it's like, Asta's like, freaking Prince of the Spade Kingdom. He's like, what in the world? And everybody's like, talking amongst themselves, and Nozelle's just all like, I see, if you are royal, then I understand your capacity of mana. And Asta's still just like, he has those star eyes and everything, and he's just like speechless. And goes on to say that the person that came to me is a former Spade Kingdom valet. He probably knows well about the info of the enemies or the inner part of the castle. And then Jack's just all like, that's even a more reason for you not to go, because he could be a spy, or even you could be a spy. And then like, it's meaningless if I won't be the one to save him. And then we get another bomb. A lot of people had speculation of what was going on with William. Did he really get like capped off? Was powerful, more powerful than William? Because we just saw the percentage that Zenon went against but we didn't see as far as the percentage that William went against with Zenon. And so goes on to explain that, Captain Vengeance is going through a lot right now with the fact that, he didn't choose either human or elf. And so he's fighting for not just that, for his people and the kingdom. And he goes on to say that after I lost against Zenon, there was one thing that I remember while slowly getting unconscious, and then this is the bomb. Captain Vengeance was fighting while protecting the members of the Golden Dawn, and Zenon looks a lot more, amped up on devil power than what he was with Yuno. The devil markings is more, so he could have been at 60, 70, who knows, but it was a lot more than and it goes to this flashback of William, saving Golden Dawn members while he's got bones within his legs and arms, and Xenon's just like, if you would focus on the fight, you could cut the burden, but you don't, and because of your choice, you lose. And then William's just like, there's no way that I'll cut out. And he was just all like, I made them walk in the way of hardships, but still they didn't even curse. Instead, they stood up and continued. The Golden Dawn is my pride and dream. And says Captain Vengeance fought and got caught while protecting us. And says, even if you guys see him as a betrayer who turned his back from his country for once, Captain is the most reliable and kind person than anyone else when we see him. And he's so freaking passionate. He's like, Zenon came to kill the whole members of the Golden Dawn, but we're not wiped out. We're alive with the magic of Captain Vengeance. It's not over yet. The Golden Dawn is the most powerful magic knight from the Clover Kingdom. And when we look at the last, like when they did the rankings and everything, it was, the Golden Dawns and then the Black Bulls. So, that technically is correct on that, and then you see his magic welling up. He's like, I'm going to prove that Captain Vengeance, who protected us, is right. I will save Captain Vengeance. And freaking Jack's just like, this man, what is this? And he's just like, this bastard spitting out random words is enough already. And then you see, hold on, would you please shut up? And then you see freaking Belle, and she's just like, I'm building up the manas right now to beat up that bone bastard. And she's like, while they're in the meeting, Yuno's already freaking prepping up, and she's just like, won't lose for this time. And then Knox, opens his eyes a little bit. He's like, I guess it's not like there's no chance of winning. Okay, I don't hate a person like you, which is very interesting, and their demeanor is very similar, honestly. If you put Knox on one side and on the other side with this particular panel, I don't know, there's something about that. But Asta's just like, whoa, and then he goes with this smile, either you're a prince of the Spade Kingdom or vice captain of Golden Dawn, is And so Doc goes on to say, so the time we'll be departing to the Spade Kingdom will be in the morning after 2 days. I'll tell you further operation plan next time. And then both and Asa are like, let's defeat the Dark Triad and save the two captains. And then Fergolion adds something that we've all been wondering. But he says, I'd like to request cooperation from the Heart Kingdom then. Now, we've all been wondering what just happened in the Heart Kingdom. And then a freaking Charlotte goes on to say, I lost contact with the Heart Kingdom since yesterday. Did something happen? And then Nox just like, well, yesterday all of the Dark Triad was from the castle. 3 of them were absent, and that's why I could have a significant movement in the Spade Kingdom. And then Asta's just like, or, Noct is just like, probably Vanica attacked the Heart Kingdom, and it's just like, what? And then we get this dark panel, and then another one where it's like, and then we find this shit was the next thing. We see freaking Noelle open her eyes, and she's just all like in this cloud. We don't know if this is Charmy's magic or not that she's on, but we see it says you finally woken up, and we see the four freaking elves: Patrolli, Raya, freaking damn Fada, and what's his face. And it's just all like, she's like, you are, and then the ones who appeared are enemies of old days. Now, there's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of questions and a lot of confirmations, because I've been wondering, where are the elves? Like, William is gone. Is Patrolli like that, has like no sense of that? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Now what's interesting is they're in their clothes, their original back then clothes. For one, why are they in the Heart Kingdom? And for two, what's very interesting is they're there with a royal. They're there with a royal. That whole arc was the whole against them, and they're there with a royal. Now, there's a lot of things that I can go into with this. For one, this chapter is fucking fire. I've not seen Yuno that freaking charged up. A lot of people are questioning Yuno's and Asta's relationship. I personally don't think that it is. I don't think that it's going to be affected, honestly, because I think that Tabitha does a good job at dropping these little hints to where all will be good. Because you got to remember, could have been taken over, but he wasn't when he was an elf. Like, he was able to retain himself. So I think that a lot of people think that, Tabitha could go that route, but I don't even think it would be necessary. I think that he has a lot to go on for story development for the both of them, that I don't think that it would be necessary to put that strain. He could have a Naruto or Sasuke type of thing, but honestly, I don't even feel like it's necessary. I really don't. But we'll see. Another thing that's very interesting is remember when all the elves were being released, and Lick went up to Fauna and Veto and Raya, and Raya was just all like, it looks like our souls are connected to these bodies and we won't be able to go. And Lick's just all like, well, that's probably for a reason. I always remembered that part. But another thing to take into consideration is that, alright, so Patrolli is in Lick's artificial body. So Patrolli was originally, occupying William's body. And so his spirit got released out of William. So he was already reincarnated in that aspect. He just didn't have full control of the body. So he got released. Lick went ahead and got released as well. And so there's this body. So the body was just like straight up chilling. And so Valtos was able to go ahead and do his soul conductor magic and bring his body there. Now, Fauna, she was released, as far as her spirit was released, by way of the fight with Mars and Asta with that particular forbidden magic. And then she and Veto was killed, as far as that body. And there was two artificial bodies that was created for them, and they was reincarnated through there, and so they have their bodies. Now what's interesting is I think that there's something way deeper with Raya. I feel like Raya is gonna be like this kind of like storyteller of Black Clover. I don't know. Like, there's something, even from the beginning, when he was partially reincarnated, he knew that that wasn't Lick. And he also knew that something was strange when it came to, you know, the murder and everything like that. Like, he knew it wasn't um, the Wizard King, you know, but there's something with Raya. He was the only one who kept the body that he was incarnated. Like, the when Patrolli went around and was doing that, he was the only one who's retained that body. So I don't know if that's gonna mean anything, you know, further down the line. I'm not sure. But the main thing is the elves are fucking back. So what happened with everyone else? Is everyone else okay? Is Noelle the only one? Like, where's Gaja? Where's, you know, Mimosa? Where's Luck? You know, where's everybody? Are they good? So next chapter will be great. That's, whew, man. This chapter was really good. So anyways, if y'all enjoy these reviews, then go ahead, join the tribe, become a subscriber, hit that like, leave a comment. What are y'all's thoughts on this chapter? What are y'all's thoughts in the play of the elves in this arc? You know, are we going to see angels? Are they going to give us knowledge of something that we don't know? Are there going to be other races that are going to be in the battle against the Spade Kingdom? Let me know your thoughts. Again, this is Mr. Composition, MC that writes fiction. Peace.